It's a beautiful day. Cold this morning if you're from Calgary. That's why I'm saying, I believe today it's meant to get up to like 14 degrees. This morning it was -8. And that's what we've been talking about with annuals. We've been talking about it on CTV, about hardening them off. It is still way too early to put any of your annuals, veggies, even the perennials you may have bought here, outside overnight. It's going to shock them. Hey, great news. I got all excited. Boom, boom, boom. Our tree lot is opening. Yeah, we got our first truck of trees are coming in today. So tree lot should be open. If not today, it should be open by the weekend. Yay! Always exciting. So even if you get a tree, you may want to make sure you put it in your garage overnight. Just keep that frost off it. Keep that chill off it. They're still delicate. They need to be hardened off. Again, really quick, hardening off. Take your plants. As it warms up and the sun's on them during the day, put it outside. Let it get all of that sunlight. Let it get all that photosynthesis, start growing, get used to the temperatures. As it cools down, bring it inside. Every day, you can push it a little bit more, let it get hardened off and everything. If you know it's going to be a really cold day, 5 degrees and wet snow, just don't put it out that day. And really keep an eye on the weather. As gardeners, that's what we do at this time of year, is keep an eye on the weather. So yesterday we spoke about what an annual was and about the life cycle of an annual going from seed to seed. And that gives us a great segue into growing an annual or any plant really. But a lot of times, by a country mile, the number one veggies or the number one seeds we sell are veggies, microgreens, veggies, herbs. It's ridiculous. Seed potatoes, and then they're all flowers. But we sell a good number of them, but it's not even close compared to what we do in veggies. A lot of people want to grow that food. So when I talk about seed planting, primarily that's what I'm talking about. What all you need, again, it's how you want to do it. But little trays like these, little inserts like these are ideal for starting your tomatoes. And we're gonna start some today. I also brought some microgreens, and I kept this from last year. I kept it deliberately to show you guys. You don't have to throw these out. If they break, if they get damaged, absolutely you can dispose of them. But you know what? I don't like single-use plastics. And really, I know this was clean. I give it a quick wipe like that, and voila. Little bit stained, perfectly fine. These are nice and new. Now, if you got some disease in there last year when you were doing it, your seedlings got powdery mildew, maybe they got mite or something like that. Yeah, maybe you don't want to use them again. Maybe you want to sterilize them, whatever. No shame in getting new. Every once in a while we do need to replace, but if you can't make them last, make them last. It's not hard. So we're going to start with the easiest one. I always like this to start my seeds. Very, very loose mixture. A lot of peat, really good for those adventitious roots, those beginning roots that are really soft to get down in. I'm not going to spend too long today talking about what is a seed. We have an episode from last year on that if you want to watch it. But this is what you want to use. If you don't have this and you do have a potting soil, for the most part, you will be fine with that. But again, you don't want to firm it down. So I'm going to take this tray, and honestly, with microgreens, you can do whatever you want. Just always remember, this has drainage. Not everything has drainage. You don't want to overwater. Got to be careful on that. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to reach in, and I'm just going to take a couple of handfuls. And again, remember, hey, this is the first time we got to make a mess this year. Yeah! 7 episodes in, and we get to make a mess. That's all right. And again, what you'll see is I'm not reefing that soil down. In fact, if I push and I see that pull out, I might even do that just to keep my soil nice and loose. All I'm going to use is the back of my hand, 2 fingers, and just pat it down. So that's all I'm doing. is I don't want to build a sandcastle, so I'm not reefing on it like this, trying to force it down. I don't want that. You know what? That might have even been too much. I'll dump it back in there. I'll loosen it up and I'll start again. So one, and the great thing about doing this, such a great activity to do with the kids. And it's a great activity to do on those rainy, cold days I was just talking about. If you notice, oh, it's going to be, not great weather over the weekend, do this with your kids. And microgreens grow alarmingly fast. And I've never met a kid that didn't want to try, at least try, let alone eat, a veggie that they grew themselves. So that's why I love microgreens. They've turned so many kids on to eating. So that's it. That's it. That's all I'm doing with my soil bed is I'm firming it down like that. Now, with microgreens, I don't worry about my spacing. You don't have to. Literally, you can pretty much put water in there and they're going to start germinating. That's the wonderful thing. These are a great introduction. I just grabbed brown mustard because I like it. There's broccoli. There's just regular mustard greens. There's radish greens. There's a sandwich mix. There's all kinds of good stuff. I grabbed this one because I like it. And what you'll see is, oh my God, do you know what the great thing is? I can't tip them out. Some of them have actually started germinating in here, and this bag has had no moisture. So that's, see if I can find one and get it on camera. Nope, my hand isn't small enough. Anyway, take my word for it, I'm not making it up. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a handful like this. I'm just gonna pick them and I'm just gonna sprinkle them loose on my soil. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do here is, and I'm not sinking them. I'm not going to a depth. I'm not doing anything like that. Now, one thing when I say about overcrowding, yes, they will germinate in a bag like that, of course. But if you want success, you don't want to have much more than a single layer. If you start piling them up on each other like this on your soil, moisture will get trapped in there. Won't be able to breathe. And what you're going to end up with is some rot. So a single scattering, as you can see, I'm just gently feeding them out. And then what I'll do, I'll put those back in there, and that's it. Now I'm going to water that. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to make a mess. If we run out of time, all I'm going to do to water this, I'm going to take a spray gun, and I'm just going to mist it very lightly. After I do that for about twice a day for the first 3 or 4 days, depending on where I put them, mine's going to go on a heat mat. Then what I'm going to do is then I'll go to a watering can because the seeds and the soil will have good contact. I don't want to do that now. It can be a bit too heavy with a watering can. So I'll do that with a spray bottle. Now, we're going to do tomatoes. So I started some tomatoes here. And you can see one didn't make it. No idea why. No idea why the rest of them did. Oh, and also the difference. Heat mat, not a heat mat. Okay? So this guy didn't make it. You know what? No problem. It happens. He put out a root system. He tried. Poor little guy didn't make it. See you later, little dude. Now, here's another question we get asked a lot. I got 2 growing in the same thing. What do? I can't transplant them out. They're too delicate right now. If I let them grow, the roots are going to intermix and they're going to be too close. I have to pick. So I'm going to look. This one is healthier. So what I'm going to do is I've got a couple of options. I can pinch this guy off. I can cut him off. I can take tweezers and pluck them. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put my finger there and that's it. That's it. I just thinned my seeds. See you later, guys. Thanks for your service. Okay. But how did I get to this point? Where did I start from? Same thing. Take one of these, put it out. I'm going to take a handful of soil and I'm going to put it in. And again, I'm not firming down. I'm just 2 fingers and I'm just tapping the soil in. I want it firm enough to hold a seed, but loose enough to allow those adventitious roots to start growing. So again, loose and just tap it down. And it doesn't really matter if they're all at the same level. I know I'm going to run out of time here today. Again, I'm going to water with a spray bottle and I'm just going to mist. You guys won't get a chance to see that. Maybe I can bring them down tomorrow, show you guys exactly what I mean for anybody curious. Okay, so that's it. Again, my soil's nice and loose, but it's firm. Okay, I see people compacting. Not good, not good. Loose but firm. Okay, so clear that off. Now with these, what I want to do, unlike the microgreens, where we just scattered and we went onto the surface, and hopefully you can see that. That's how they look. Now with tomatoes, I'm not going to do this. With tomatoes, what I want to do, and I picked these ones. I like San Marzano, but don't ever, I am not good. I've had people ask me before, oh, which tomato tastes the best? I drink black coffee, Brandy likes lattes and things like that. So I can't answer which one tastes the best. I can tell you how they grow, the size they need. So look, tomato seed, and I think we've all seen one of those inside a tomato when we're eating it. Now, I'm going to put one on, and what I do is I try and stay in a pattern so I don't get confused. So I'm going to work this way. And I'm going to drop in approximately the middle, one tomato seed on each little pod. So this is going to give me 9 tomato seeds. Oh, these guys are stuck. Oh, that, come on, come on, come on. There we go. I lost one. 8 tomato seeds is what I'm going to get out of here. Pack's empty. If it's not empty, all you do is fold it up, cool, dry location. Now, on the back of every one, you're going to have instructions. And look, there's even a handy dandy ruler. Okay? So you want to look here, and it's going to say, the cereal seeds how to mix, sow seeds 1 centimeter deep. This here shows me what a centimeter is. So I can measure. Now I know about my fingernail is a centimeter. Okay, I know that. That's how it's always been, because I've measured my finger a few times so I can use it for measurements. So now, very gently, I'm going to take my seed and I'm just going to push it down. 1 centimeter. Done. 1 centimeter. And that's it. And that's it. Now I'm planting tomatoes. Hey, I found my missing seed. Sorry, as you can see, we get excited over little things around here. You know what? If you don't get excited over small things, you're missing the point on life, I think. Not everything has to be big and grandiose. Then those little divots, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck some soil over. And done. And I'm going to miss those. Now remember, really quick, because I know I'm about to run out of time. I don't have time to water it. This is more important. I see a lot of people, number one mistake people make with seeds, they add water and they put them in light. And they go, oh, why isn't it growing? Your seed doesn't need light. Your seedling needs light. Your seed needs 2 things. And the 2 things are water and warmth. Okay? Those are the 2 most important things. And a lot of people mistake the warmth. They mistake the warmth for light. There's no photosynthesis happening. That seed's buried underground. It does not need light until it gets its cotyledons, which are its first leaves. So the 2 most important things for your seeds, water and warmth. And that can be a heat mat over a heat grill, furnace room, whatever it takes. But you want that soil nice and wet to break apart the seed coat, and then the heat. Then, as it grows, you can add light to that. And light comes with the seedling. So there you go, guys. That wraps it up. I'm pretty sure we're out of time. I thank everybody for being here. Hope you learned. We'll follow up with my seeds as they grow, my bigger seeds. We'll keep an eye on things, and eventually we'll get them into the garden. Have a wonderful Tuesday, everybody. Stay warm. Enjoy the early spring. Bye, everyone.